Who is next? Who is next? Who is next?
Calm down. I'll tell you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to your favorite music podcast. Hear me out. So myself and Uko, we've been listening to a couple of artists. They've been on our radar for a while now, and we think they should be bigger. They should be doing bigger numbers, more shows, more venues. They should have more fans. They should be on the billboards, probably even win a couple Grammys.
Thank God you mentioned the Grammy because Lona is my number one artist that I think should be up there. He bust up the scene in 2024. You remember now when we listened
Of
to his Homeless
that
album?
that album was my 2024. If there was an album that signified my 2024, let me tell you a story real quick. I was traveling with a friend of mine. He was driving, and I was in charge of the aux, which I'm always in
Hey,
charge
of
of.
course. Who else? Who else? Who else should own the talks?
In this moment, I didn't even use a playlist. All I did was play the album, and he kept asking,
Who is this?
"Who is this?
Who be
Who is this?"
this?
I said, "It's Lona." I said, "Really?" Yeah, Lona had an amazing album, definitely.
I think Lona his templates should be a template an upcoming artist or a new artist, someone that comes into the scene should follow.
You know
So you
what
know
I
how
really
they
love
say,
about him is the fact that he laid the foundation. I'm
yeah,
sure you're going to touch on that, but I really appreciate that fact.
you know how they say charity begins at home. Lona did what I feel like anyone new on the scene should do. You start from home, you build from the back. He did
Okay.
a Nigerian tour, 26 locations. And I'm pretty sure people in Zamfara, in Calabar, in Ilorin would know Lona just because of what he did. Like
Is
he
this the
touched up.
first time an artist would do that? Especially what you would term an upcoming artist. Is this the first time someone like that would do
That
that?
I am aware of. I stand to be corrected. I don't want to, make bold claims, but I
Okay.
think that I am aware of is the first time an artist will do a Nigerian tour. 26 locations is crazy, Dele. And he
This
touched
is
the north, the
this is
south, the east,
in
and the
this is
west.
in a period of time where artists with one or two hits are going to the UK to do shows.
Exactly.
So
So
it's really impressive for someone like Lona, who has a solid album, by the way, to go to the major states in the country.
yeah, so he did this tour in 2025. His album dropped in 2024, one of my favorite albums from that year. And he went to all these cities, making sure everyone knows the name Lona. Lona
Mm.
is a household name in Nigeria. And I think knowing the kind of person Lona is, I think the next step, because he knows he's here to stay, so he's not in a hurry. Like, why are you rushing? I think the next step might be maybe a West African or an African tour, or maybe international, but he might want to take things step by step. And that's something really beautiful to witness.
Since he has like a song with Friday already, don't you think he can step into the American scene now?
I
I mean,
mean,
he has
I,
the talent.
I
He
mean,
has the
yes, he does, but I'll say more of collapse, not necessarily just jump the gun, in my opinion.
may he no do like Ashake. Go build house for early. So you think Luna is the kind of person who feels like now that I've completed the Nigerian tour, maybe it's time for the West African tour. It's time for
Yeah,
the African.
yeah, yeah.
Do you think that's how he wants to move? That's how he wants to go.
That's why I can see from his kind of person. Slow, steady, easy does it.
You know, someone who is moving a bit fast, it's Stensky.
Z level 10.
I heard of Stensky for the first time in, I think, mid June, July. And since then, the fan base has been growing rapidly. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a cult now. I saw like videos of some of the shows he did towards the later part of the year, and when people talk about the show, they talk about it like it was an initiation, like like you're joining a cult. He probably because of the type of
My
music he
Idonsky.
makes. Idonsky, I call him Idonsky. he's my Idonsky. Tensky is someone who I feel like I relate to a lot, and his story is personal to me. I spent a better part of 2023, 2024, 2025 listening to Cardi. And I love Cardi so
Playboy
much. So
Carti, yeah.
the first time I listened to Z Level 10, it felt so like this is it. This is what I'm looking for. This is why I listen to Cardi. And now I can find it in someone who is more relatable than Cardi, in fact, because it sings using my own lingo. It sings
Mhm,
using
mhm.
like Idonski. Idonski just makes a lot of sense. Like, and have you listened to Bono?
I like
Is
I haven't heard that, but I like Wuse too.
Wuse, yeah, imagine listening to Wuse 2, driving through Wuse 2. It's just a different kind of level, it's just kind of level. And the Tensky, fun fact, by the way, Tensky is the producer, J Level 10 is the
He's the
artist.
artist.
He's such a funny and interesting dude. His artistry is so enjoyable in its sense of it. And
He does trap, no?
yes, it does trap.
Yeah.
We call it the Afrobeat trap. It does ski
Afro trap.
way. I love the boy. I love everything he's doing. I love the fact that he has kept this sort of mystery about himself also. He's not like just out there on social media tweeting away or anything. There's still a sort of mystery to him. And when people say I listen to Tensky, it feels like, I listen to Tensky, you'll have this special type of sound you listen to. Like it's like a niche music. And I would really love to gatekeep Tensky.
No,
I
no,
want it
that's
just
no,
to
that's
be
that's not how we do things here, Dele. Come on.
I would really love for it to just be me and the core fans of Tensky who listen to him. But Tensky needs to eat also.
There's a collective of performers that
Mhm,
are doing something new. They call it Afro. Afro is a mix of African music and electronic. And electronic music is not so popular in the Afrobeat space. The guys I'm talking about are Lagos in Paris. They're popularly known as a West African trio because I think they're a mix of Nigerians and Ghanaians. But they're mixing techno, G-funk, blues, probably even reggae because they just have an EP anyways for now. And this is something new in the Afrobeat scene. It's a new sound
are you saying we
similar
are
to like
bringing we are
Tensky.
bringing Ibiza to Lagos?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's the Ibiza sound. So they're doing something really amazing. I like the fusion because
By
it's
the
new
way,
and so.
it's an appreciated sound.
Hmm, hmm.
My friend went to Lagos this summer, summer in Lagos, and he visited a couple of clubs where they play house music and just electronic sound in general. And the review he gave is that people love this sound.
Yeah.
He said he went into the club and people danced all through. The usual vibe in the Lagos club is people on their phones just recording and just
Hmm,
wanting
hmm.
to out pop the other ones. But
Yeah.
when it's a club that just plays Afro house, as they will call it,
Yeah.
it's a vibe all through. So it's a sound that is appreciated. It's especially in the club scene. It's an appreciated sound. So
Yeah. Lagos in Paris are nomads. So they are literally the guys that you say their music travel no visa because
mm,
they are always moving from place to place. They've been to a couple countries. So I think for them, their sound is going to travel really quick because first, house is widely accepted. Ibiza, Barcelona, and all of that. So I'm rooting for these guys, to be honest. I'm rooting for them. You can if anyone listening hasn't heard their first single, Mali Spirit, is really amazing, amazing song. And
So Lagos in Paris, they're bringing that Western sound, like the Afro, the house music, the G funk. They're bringing it down into the African scene. The same
yeah,
thing Teskey is doing, bringing the
with trap.
trap into the.
Mm-hmm.
So Afrobeat is getting bigger, you would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I think everybody they'll add Afro trap, Afro house,
Hmm.
Afro electronic,
Hmm.
Afro funk, Afro, just add the af.
Just like the Afro, we do it all. We
Yeah.
do it all. I really like the fact that Afro music or Afro beat is becoming like this wild, diverse sound. It doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
to be one sound anymore. It's so
Yeah, kudos
diverse
to
right
Fela for
now.
doing this.
Someone, someone who also has like a good sound is Hot Kid. Do you remember Hot Kid from his
Yeah,
Honorable EP
Hosanna now, come
2019?
on.
Very, very good EP. And in that moment, he was doing more like the Afro pop, which was enjoyable.
Yeah,
And his latest album was more Afro Adura, like the Barry J's,
T.I. Blaze.
Yes, it was more Afro. Every time I every time I listen to Afro Adura, it's like, am I in church or something? You just have they just have this way of like, I don't know if they're saying a prayer in their music or something. It's prayer. It's just, but it's enjoyable.
They are speaking
But
things into existence.
yes,
Oluwa!
the reason why I mentioned Hot Kid now is I have listened to this type of artists in this space, Barry J, like you mentioned, Ty Blaze and the rest. And personally, to me, I feel like Hot Kid is probably the best in that area. You know, TML Vibes is probably the close second, but we are not the podcast where we come here and we start rating artists one, two, three, four, five.
No,
People,
no.
music is objective, it depends on how you relate to it. But personally, I like the way Otkid makes music. He makes really, really good music, and his EPs, his albums, they are very intentional. Like the Honorable EP was very, very pop sounding, very, very pop
So,
sounding. And
did he switch from Afro pop to Afro Adura?
yes,
Wow, that's
that's
amazing.
why,
That's
that's
good. That's
why,
good.
that's why I am saying I believe he's going to be bigger because he's someone I feel like could easily make a switch in the nearest future again and
Mm.
go into another totally. He has done
Jack
it.
of all trades.
Yeah, and he's not the master of none. This is a master of all. He's good at
Oh.
it. He's good at it. But he changed his name, just some slight details in his name. He went from Alt Kid ID to double ED, so it's Alt Kid now, kind of.
Hmm.
I think in the past it was with Dr. Dolo. Do you remember Dr. Dolo label, the one
Dr.
that had
Dollar,
10
yeah.
also?
Dr. Dollar, Dr. Dollar Entertainment. That was with Tenny and the likes, no?
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
was with them, and I feel like maybe that's why his name is not so out there now. Probably because he's self-signed now, he's independent. Just maybe he has an exclusive record deal with Doki Music. I would personally not advise people to like go sign slave deals with bigger labels, but
Mm-hmm.
you can have that deal with the bigger label if you go with like your management, you go with like your lawyers, and make sure you read the contract through, because there is a push that these bigger labels
Yeah.
can give you that is going to be difficult to do on yourself, to do yourself.
I
What
think
kid is
another
someone I feel.
push. I
Mhm.
think another push is the cosign from the big boys, to be honest. Let's not
Yeah,
lie about that. That
but
does a little bit of
we
push
we
for artists.
spoken about we've spoken about Lona in just early on, and he didn't really have a major cosign per se. He didn't
Some
really
people
have a
need it,
major.
you know. Some
Yeah.
people need that push. They need it.
What kid could benefit from that? He could benefit from that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Hmm.
There's this nostalgic sound this lady gives me, Shewa. Shewa, I was listening to Madam Joyce speak to Joy Borge on on her podcast, and he said Asha is one of my favorite artists, and Madam Joyce was like, "Who is Asha?" the the clip was funny because I'm millennial by special grace of God, and I think Madam Joyce, I think Madam Joyce is Gen Z. So I was like, okay, I can understand. So, but
Not knowing Asha, even in any generation, is punishable.
do you get? Do you get? But just I mean, what to Madam Joyce, right? Shewa is here for the Gen Z. She's the Asha of the Gen Zs. She
Oh, so
sounds like
if you can't listen to Asha,
you
you
listen
can
to
listen
Shewa.
to Shera.
Yeah, you
Okay,
listen to
okay,
Shewa. And I mean, not putting them side by side, but she sounds like Asha. She does a lot of her sound like Asha, and she has even opened for Asha. So it's not a case of I'm trying to be this person. She's already up there as
okay,
Asha.
okay,
She has a song with Cavemen as well. So she's
okay.
creating her own community. She had a show last December in Lagos because she's Toronto based, and I
Mhm.
mean her sound is really amazing. To be honest,
Do you know,
I love Shewa.
there was a period of time where Asha was based be, permanently in in France. She
Yeah,
spent a lot of time there. She was doing, just
on some Bonjour
um
Lemasi.
very niche kind of music, and she had like private shows, really not private where people don't know about it, but it felt really close to the fans. Shewa could copy from that, build up. You can build up even from Toronto as it is.
Yeah,
Have
intimate
shows.
concerts are like the in thing now. To be honest,
Yes. Do you
Johnny
know
Dree was
even
doing that in Lagos.
Drake didn't do stadiums for a very long time. He said he doesn't like them. He like halls where he's more intimate with the fans.
Yeah,
Me
you feel
personally, I
close.
appreciate when artists do intimate shows. They do like smaller venues. You don't need to sell out 30,000, 50,000 capacities where people are sitting in heaven to look at you. It
Yeah,
can be it
yeah,
can be intimate. And for someone like Shewa and the kind of music she makes, I think that's the way to go for her.
yeah, yeah,
Intimate shows, like you always mention the fact that Johnny Drill does shows in Murio Kwana, and it's not like the biggest place in the world. It's like that, something like that. Shewa can do
yeah.
that also.
It's something you could just sit down, relate with the fan, like have a conversation. Like the fans will feel like they are part of something. They're part of a community. Do you get me? So I mean, I wish a lot of artists could do more of things like this. Have more intimacy with the fans.
Guys, I'm going to say something real quick. This guy right here with me, Uko, he has an amazing ear for music, because when he sent me Shewa,
Thank you, thank you.
when he sent me Shewa and I listened to it, I was blown away immediately. I was like, no, this is a great find.
You know,
We try to outdo each other with the kind of artists we send to each other. He's always trying to outdo me. When I send him like a really good artist, he's always trying to look for something to send back to me. When he sent me Shera, for that whole month, he won the competition hands down, because
do you remember? Do you remember back in when A Better Time dropped? You sent me Picasso by Davido,
y- yeah,
and he
yeah.
featured Logos Olori. I was like,
Oh my goodness.
what?
that, you know, that song, when I heard it the first time, I was like, whoever is on this hook, whoever is singing this hook, needs to be a superstar.
Mm.
Needs to be a superstar. Since then, I've been following Logos Olori Studio. By the way, Olori EP is out everywhere. It has been out since 2024 by Logos Olori. I think he even featured Davido again on one of the
He has
songs.
to feature.
It's a good.
He featured. There's this song I like, the one with Musa Keys. I think that's my song. It's Musa, the one with Musa. It's Logos Olori facts. No words for the guy. No words.
One of my favorite songs on Appraisal by Bella Shmurda has Logos
Yeah.
Olori in it. That's the one you like, where he said something to Magix and he was like, Magix, Make logos just sing.
No logos just sing.
It,
Because
I
logos will
feel like
always do his thing.
that's the right reaction to logos. Every time you listen to him, you just be like, I beg, just they sing, they go because he has the voice. Would you say what is limiting logos is the fact that he's signed to BMW? Is it a limiting factor?
That's 100% correct. Because what's happened now in the industry is people are kind of loyal to their boss. There's outsiders, there's 30BG,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and there's FC. Davido, Wizkid, and Burna are not guys. So a lot of people, which I don't know why, will say, oh, or diehard Davido fans will say, sorry, diehard FC Wizkid fans will say, I'm not going to listen to logos. He's signed to the enemy. So I think that's quite limiting, to be honest. But I feel like music is way more than who your boss is or where you're signed to. Like people should listen to logos.
Benson, for example, now he's not on good terms with Davido, and he has Taves with him under his wings. Would you say it's one of the reasons why Taves is also not doing so well?
Taves, I'm going to hold Benson on the neck for this one because Benson goes on tour. He Taves is signed to Atlantic Records in collaboration with TYA, that's Benson's record. You go on
Uh-huh.
tour.
Uh-huh.
I feel like you should carry your artist with you. It's visibility either ways. You come to UK, you go to Europe. Can you just carry Taves along? He can just sing one song, even if it's the LA, what's
Uh-huh.
that one called? That song. He can sing that one, and people know who is this guy. Oh, because he has a beautiful voice, as good as Benson as well. Because if David is on tour, I'm sure logos will be with him.
Me and you, we always have all these artists we mentioned that they could be the next superstar. And I believe so much in Taves because he sings in English, has a beautiful voice. You call him King of Hooks. He can
Yeah,
take
yeah, yeah. He,
he
he
can,
he should be up there as the king of hooks. Listen to the song with SDC, Pressure. It's a very lovely hook he did for the song. That takes me back to Do Me Nice when Benson did
Mhm.
the hook for Do Me Nice. So like boss like Menti.
Mhm. So Taves can be the next superstar. Would you say yes or no?
The next hook guy. Hook. Let's start with hook first. Let's take it slowly.
Let's take it slow. Let's take it slow.
Even this other Ugandan guy that you have been raving about, he's also really
Oh my
good.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you for bringing him up. Joshua Baraka was a lovely find. How did I find him? You would ask. I found him on TikTok. I found him when Nana blew up on TikTok. I am
Mm,
not the type to like enjoy TikTok songs.
hmm.
Something that happens on TikTok. You find a song on TikTok and you go check out the artist, and the other songs are terrible.
Yeah, true,
Like
true. That
I'm
happens a lot.
saying they are not listenable. But I saw the Nana song. I was like, who is this? Then I picked up my phone. I did a couple of research on Joshua Baraka, and every song I find is a good listen.
It's like it
Every
gets
song I
better.
find. Yes. And
I
you
like
know,
that
you know the
Morocco song.
interesting thing. You know the interesting thing. That's a good song. It's on the new album, yes. You know the interesting thing about Joshua Baraka.
What's that?
He's on my favorite album of 2025. He was on Pot of Gold with Tim Lai. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on Appraisal with Bella Shmurda. So
yeah.
he he's linking up with people I appreciate and love a lot. So of course I'm going to
And it's not
like
a
Joshua
coincidence.
Baraka. It's not a coincidence. It's not. It's not. Joshua Baraka is Ugandan, by the way. I don't know the way the industry lives in Uganda, but I'm willing to steal him and bring him into the Nigerian
Oh
industry.
yeah, yeah. He should become Nigerian.
He's definitely Nigerian at this point
he
to
he
me.
did
And
he
it,
did something. I don't know if you agree. He did something.
Mhm.
He he has some of his songs with J5, and I think that changed the trajectory a bit. Producer artist synergy kind of thing.
You know, that's something I appreciate a lot completely. SARS did it with World,
Yeah,
and even Wiz did it on Made in Lagos. It worked with just one producer for most of the album.
yeah.
It's something that creates a good flow on your album. And J5 and Joshua Baraka had a good link up. And I think he's aligning himself with the stars. We know J5 is no small producer. This is someone who
Mm-hmm.
has worked with the like of and Skepta and the rest. So
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Baraka really lining up with J5 to create something special like that album is appreciated. And I feel that would take him a long way. That means he knows what he wants to do and he knows how to go about it. So it's something that's really appreciated. By the way, speaking about someone who worked with a producer, I love the fact that Tensky produces and writes his own songs. He's the artist
So
and
he
he's the
knows what he
producer
wants
at the
exactly.
same time. I would also appreciate if he kind of like goes out of his way to work with some other producers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Um, he could especially producers from the trap scene in America, if it's possible, if he can do it. It's something, oh, the next 1 year, I'm going out of my way to just work with other trap producers in the West.
Speaking of this artist producer synergy, I was listening to Chella speak the other day, and you know his song that blew up. So, by the way, the song was released in 2021, but it blew up 4 years after. You know how crazy that is. So
Wow.
he was
Wow.
saying there's a part of the song where his producer, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is Danny Beats. He's the guy who produced that song or who he worked with, who he collabed with, was telling him like you should adjust this, you should adjust that. So I think your producer needs to understand you to start with. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's like a topic for another
It's
day, to
it's
be
in
honest.
it's in situations like that that magic is created because you build this sort of synergy. It's like you're completing each other's sentences.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly.
I and Uko, we've been sending each other music and discussing music for over 13, 12 years now. And I know the kind of music Uko listens to now. Do you understand? So if you work with a producer, the producer knows your range, he knows what you're going to shine on.
Yeah.
So if you're an artist out there and you're the type that is jumping from one producer to another, this is your this is your learning time.
SAS, World, London, Rema, Tempo, Omale, P2J, Wizkid.
Wizkid and P2J, that was a really nice combo.
You
That
yourself,
was
you
really
know, but
nice. They created one of the best albums we've had in Africa for a long time. Even in the world, yes. I can go as far as
mm-hmm.
say yes, in the world. You know who I keep seeing with Wiz also? I see
Who's
Gimba
that?
with him. I see with DJ
Ah, that
Tunes a
guy.
lot. You know Gimba.
He is
I
the
really love.
he had a song titled Blessings, right? With Wizkid, I think.
Yes, with
Yeah.
Wiz and DJ Tunes. That song, I feel like is the kind of song like if you know, you know. It's a if you know, you know song because it wasn't like the big hit or anything, but the core Wizkid fans and the core Tunes fans, they know that song and they love it. And Wiz's performance on it was okay, but someone who really did so well on that song is Timba. And he has an EP out. He has an EP. I think Olamide. No, I know Olamide is on the album. You can always check out the project. Very good. Should Jimba be bigger than he is right now? Definitely. Jimba
It
should be
brings
big.
us back to that conversation about logos,
Yeah.
where it
Yeah.
depends on who you're rolling with. People are like fans
Mm.
are always looking at that, like to say, like, should we listen to him? Should we not? So it's he should be big, but I think people are just skeptical about the whole thing, you know.
By the way, if you're listening to this podcast now, I feel like there is a reason why you're listening to this podcast and you probably relate to me and Uko. So if you're one of those people who say, "Oh, I am 30 BG, I am FC, I won't listen to this guy." Don't do that. Just stop.
We listen to. We listen to everybody, every single person. Even just speaking now, it just someone came to my mind. I don't know if you can recall him, YKB.
YKB feels personal for me, because I follow this story from the time he was on Twitter, and he and his producer would always make jokes on Twitter. He was with Uizolo then. Uizolo was like his friend and like producer at the time, but I think they've moved apart to try and work with more artists in general.
Yeah.
YKB, we used to listen to him when we were in Lagos, trying to
Yes.
hustle and stuff. YKB hasn't been around for a while, when he made
San
San
Siro.
Siro. San Siro felt San Siro felt like, I don't know. YKB, I'm not even saying YKB should be like a big artist or a superstar now. I want it. I need it. I want YKB to be big because he's important to us. He's really important to us. YKB story is really important to us. It's so, and he makes good music.
His
If you ever, just go check out his EPs, go check out his project.
YKB for me was a bit personal because he was like a household name for us. Like when we were all living together in Lagos, YKB was that guy that my leader would come home and be like, "Uko, you don't hear this song, you don't hear this guy," that kind of thing. So YKB is someone that we know in that light kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's always nice for someone that you know through by proxy. I'm not saying I know him one on one by proxy, but it's someone that you've known from from grassroots days. It would be nice when you see someone like that, come up and take it home, that kind of thing.
We have mentioned a couple of names now. I mean, you've mentioned YKB, you mentioned Joshua Baraka, you mentioned Luna. I'm going to put this to you.
With these few
Off the
points
top
of
of your
mine.
head, off the top of your head, all your money,
Okay.
all the money you have, you want to put your money on these artists that they are the next to blow, they are the next to be the next, they are the next to be the big thing, they are the next to rule the Afrobeat space and the world in general. Your top three, tell me, real quick.
Lona, Joshua Baraka, Shewa. Are you sure three is not
Mm.
limiting? Come on, we're always doing big three. Now let me add two more, please. Let me add two more.
Okay, go ahead. It's your show. Go ahead.
Zay Level 10 and Lagos in Paris.
My Idonski made it. My Idonski made it on it. By the way, those are really good picks. Those are really good picks. And everybody should go check out these artists. I am sure you would love them also because they are all amazing in their own ways. And one thing
I
I
mean, if we
noticed
love
is,
them, you should love them too.
yes. One thing that I noticed is you mentioned a couple of artists that they all have different sounds. They all have
Yeah.
different sounds. So are you saying for the next couple of years in the Afrobeat space, the sound is going to be diverse rather than us just creating one sound?
Yeah. A lot of artists have decided not to be boxed anymore. Everyone wants to create a niche, which is good and which is what we want. So, guys, what do you think about the new sound being niche? There's something we've been meaning to include into the pod. We're going to call it Song of the Week, SOTW, if you like. So, Dele, what do you think should be our Song of the Week?
Okay, it's Joshua Baraka should be the song. Wrong Places should be the song of the week. But it's the runner up. The song of the week is Can't Breathe by Luna.
My guy, that's an amazing pick. I always trust you to do wonders. Nice one. I agree with you. Can't breathe. Guys, I hope you can actually breathe this week. Have a lovely week. See you in 2 weeks.